You've made it to the end of our 4-part series. Welcome, everybody. This is Jameel inside the shop, and I even have this funny fuzzy mic. So I'm going to have a fun time with this. We're going to be bringing these fuzzy mics to the National as well. This episode is simply about enjoyment. We've talked about the basics, the 101, right? We've talked about how to buy and negotiate. We've talked also about how to sell at the National. And this last part is by far my favorite part, which is simply talking about it, because we can break it down, we can compartmentalize the show, and by the end of it, you'll have a bunch of cool cards, but maybe you won't have any cool memories. And I think that we can take a step back for maybe, 30 seconds and just realize that we are at the best show on the planet. Get that right. Mother Earth. We are on the best show in the entire world. It comes out around annually. There's nothing like it. And to encapsulate and create those memories, that enjoy the trip that you've planned out, that is by far, I think, the most important part. So I know we've given you lots of tips and tricks. We've told you to be focused, have goals, know what you're doing, how to sell, how to negotiate, how to buy, all that jazz. But on top of everything, we want you to make memories. We want you to enjoy really the hobby community. So that's really this whole episode and what we're going to talk about. This worldwide event, the National Card Show in Rosemont, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, 2023 July. It's in just a few days when you get to see this video, and I can't wait to see every single one of you. Take advantage of the awesome opportunity you have over these few days in Illinois. What do I mean by that? Well, first thing I want you to think about for maybe, 2 seconds here. You have access to everybody and every type of thing in the hobby community. You have literally access to meet people, talk to people, ask questions, buy, sell, trade, right? It's such a cool atmosphere that you can be walking and see, figurehead here, figurehead there, influencer here, manufacturer there, grader there, supplier there, right? All those things are going to be happening in National. And on top of all that, I know of many athletes that come to this event that will be walking around the event. I remember there was a moment, maybe like 5 years ago, when Alex Rodriguez was dating Jennifer Lopez, and they came into the event, and I know they were doing autograph signing. I remember just flocks of people going over, and there's all this kind of this buzz in the atmosphere. I remember one year in Cleveland, there was a break happening, and they pulled it was a 53 mantle, maybe wrong on that, or maybe it was a 51 mantle, and it was grayed out a PSA 9. Amazing pull. Really cool things, right, that happen at the National, and you have access to all of those. You have access to make memories. You have access to just enjoy what the hobby community embodies. There's also, second thing, take advantage of, there's also unique redemption that many people don't really always know about, and then they come too late empty-handed. Pops does them, Panini does them, Upper Deck does them, Leaf does them. We're going to be taking advantage of one through Kakao, Disney from China. There's a lot of really cool redemption programs that you can take advantage of. I know some of the distributors and some of the online wholesalers have done things in the past, like Blowout and Steel City, things of that nature. So there's like a whole world inside a world where you can just kind of gain these unique, it's almost like a drop, right, or a Comic-Con where they have a release. That happens at the National with National cards, National packs. Come to mind the Panini and the gold packs. I'm sorry, the Panini silver and gold packs, the top silver packs. Those are things that are readily available, the Upper Deck redemption. So be mindful of that as you are just enjoying it, that you have a lot of things that you can take advantage of. A third thing to take advantage of, at this and enjoy, is being able to get your cards graded on site. I think that's such a cool thing from PSA and Beckett. They offer that ability to get a card that you may have wanted to grade, that you've never wanted to send off, that you don't really want to put in the mail. You don't want to pay the shipping fees. You can do that on site. That's a really cool element of the National. I'm not sure if SGC and CGC are grading on site, but I'm sure they'll be taking in submissions as well. So if you have a favorite grader or whoever you want to submit with, that TCG world I know is huge with CGC. So there's just a lot of things that you can do at the National, and you may not ever have access to that, all year round. All the access to people and things, all the unique redemption, the grading possibilities. And lastly, one thing that I love to see, I'm always really tired. You can see I'm losing my voice already. I'm tired every night, but there's an amazing community of people that organize trade nights. There's ones that are like structured and pre-organized, and then there's ones that are like spontaneous and happen in hotel floor rooms, in ballrooms, whatever. And I think that's just a cool part of the community, that people come together, trade, buy, sell, hang out to the wee hours of the night. You're probably not going to find me at many of those trade nights, but I just know that I see so many of you engaging in that, and I go on Instagram and look at people's stories, or I go on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok and see all this content of people. It's a beautiful thing. And so take advantage of all that as the best you can. I could add to this list, the time you spend with people, the food you can eat, the games you can go see. It's a great city for that, and you will make amazing memories. I think that the National, so many people, if you ask someone who's gone to the National, they're going to have specific memories of different years. And you might say to yourself, I might say to myself, I don't even have specific memories of every day in the card shop, but I think about that with how people create these lasting memories, these friendships, these events, these moments, and enjoy that, right? Enjoy that. Look forward to that. We live in a crazy world, in a crazy time, and I just know that that cards and the hobby and what it embodies can bring a lot of light, can bring a lot of joy to a lot of people. There's always bad apples. You're always going to see them. You're always going to see grumpy people, but for the most part, right, for the majority of the people, it's going to be a time that you can create some really cool memories with your family, with your friends, and with people that you'll meet. You know, I would encourage you this, as you're waiting in line, or if you're waiting in line on PSA, Panini Redemption, to buy something, whatever, I'd encourage you to talk to the person in front of you and behind you. You will have such a cool time. Ask them what they got, what they're selling, what they're grading. It's such a cool experience to just kind of rub elbows with our brothers and sisters in the hobby community. So think about those things as you're kind of walking around. Try not to get too caught up in, you know, what you got to do and the grind and the money and all that stuff and the come ups on your trades or the buys or the grading, well, all that stuff. Try to think about the people behind it. I think it'll go a long way. I know there's a lot of really cool nonprofit organizations. There's a lot of cool kids at these events, and take some time to bless those people if you can. We'll try to do that as well. Make sure you come see us at the National. We're partnered up with Indie Card Exchange. My buddy Andy and I have a booth that are connecting. We'll post that graphic and we'll have information on it, but you guys come check us out. We're over there by the we're kind of like in between PSA and eBay and Golden, that kind of area, that little corner, and we'd love to see you. We'd love to make a deal with you, and we'd love to make some memories with you as well. Before we close, enough of me. I want to give you guys a couple thoughts from people on our team. You're going to hear from Meredith, you're going to hear from Justice, you're going to hear from Ron, and you're going to hear from Joe. 3 of those people have been to the National, 2 of them or one of them in the form of working the National, 2 of them in the form of enjoying it, and then Joe, who is his first time and what he's looking forward to. Check those out. Enjoy the show, and I will see you in Chicago.
Hey everybody, my name is Raider Ron. For me personally, as you can see, I'm a big Raider fan, and I was able to purchase a helmet with all the old Raiders from back when I was growing up. Kenny Stabler, Daryl LaMonica, all guys like that on a helmet. There's like 15, 16 signatures on it, so that was an awesome pickup at the National. My tip for going to the National is you got to have a budget. Because you'll be overwhelmed. There's so much stuff up there that you don't want to get carried away. So go up there with a budget and have a plan. You know what you're kind of looking for, and that'll help you because there's just so many vendors up there. And all I can say to end it is you'll have an excellent time. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
What's up, guys? My name is Meredith. If you haven't met me before, I was posed the question, what's my favorite part about the National? And it's always going to be by far, hands down, the people, and seeing all the people that either have bought from us or sold to us or have been part of our breaks or our shop, or meeting people who, you know, have bought from us online. We've had all this online discussion, and then you get to actually meet them face to face is just the best. And I would say the one tip I would give people, we've done the National for 8 or 9 years, and I would say consistently, and this is going to be kind of a funny tip, but when people come and sell to us, we have like a little section that people can sit down so that we can evaluate their collection. And when they sit down, they're like, I wish I brought better shoes. You're going to be on the floor for like 6 to 8 hours a day, and there's not a lot of places to sit. So bring comfortable shoes. You will thank me later.
Hey, I'm Justice at the Meelypops Shop. My favorite thing about the National would have to be everybody being in one spot. You get to see everybody all over the country that's been buying in the breaks. If I had one tip to give to somebody at the National is remember to enjoy it while you're there. It goes by really fast, and just have a really good plan because, like I said, it goes really fast.
What's up? I'm Joe. I'm going to my first National this year. I'm looking forward to seeing all different kinds of collectibles and buying some really rare Derrick Rose and Knicks cards for my PC.